Hey everyone, what's happening? Lex back today for another Brawl Stars video. Today we've got the matchup you all have been waiting for. Here in the Brawl Stars YouTuber tournament, me versus Kairos. The Ufingers versus Brawl of Duty. Who is going to take home all the sticks? I know you might not get the sticks, but you will here in just a second. If you're new to my channel or if you just have never caught on to the little inside joke that me and Kairos have got going, I'll explain it here in just a second in this pre-game interview. But this was a lot of fun, some really great games. Who's going to win? You guys are going to have to watch to the very end to find that out. But let's take a look at this pre-game interview I did just before we played. So sticks, right? I mean, it's a little bit of a strange thing, but I did a Q&A and somebody asked me if I was stuck on a desert island, who would I want to be stuck with? And I said Kairos, and I said, but we'd probably die because we'd both be looking around like, oh, what are we going to eat? Let's go eat these sticks. And then we'd end up dying. And then he did a Q&A and somebody asked him the same question and he answered me, but he was going to share the sticks or not share the sticks. And it just became a thing between us two, just a fun joke of, you know, who's going to keep all the sticks. And so that's where the sticks came from. My message to Kairos would be, I'm coming for those sticks. They're my sticks. You can't have them. Yeah, going into this match, I've been practicing hard, doing a lot of work, putting in the hard work every single day, just working those thumbs, just getting the dexterity and the strength down, getting those thumbs just as strong, like pie thumbs, man. Then it was all going to work out. We were ready for it. We had just played them on ladder 2 times, beat them both times. We kind of knew what each other's comps were going to be. There was no big surprises. Pam, Spike, Rico's pretty standard comp on Hard Rock Mine, so we kind of knew what the other team was going to bring. And I was feeling pretty good because we just beat them twice on ladder. Thanks for the 10 trophies, by the way, Kairos. Appreciate that. So let's hop into this first game, and let's see how the first game turned out. See if my suspicions were, if I was doing good by I was feeling confident, or if it was all false confidence. Let's see. So again, we know the comps. We're running the exact same comp. One thing I wasn't, ready for is that how quickly and hard they pushed in center. Like almost all 3 of them pushed center more than I thought they were going to be. Usually you split up in different lanes, but they did that, and it put so much pressure on us. Maybe that was their strategy, and they took out Lester. I had to completely back off. Despotic was in a rough spot there with only 58 health. So Lester comes back in, and when you get to this spot like this, somebody has to make a play to push one of them back to get some room to breathe. And I got some good shots on Shadow right there, so they gave us a spot to move back in. I came out, and then Shadow made a really aggressive play to come in and kill me, and Despotic was right there to catch him on the backside. So that gave us our spot, and in chat we're like, push right now, go, push, get them. And so I dropped my turret, run up there. Lester's going to throw down the super right behind Portal here, and when he does, you'll see that Portal has really nowhere to go. There goes the super. Portal doesn't have anywhere to go, and he's kind of shoved right to the super. We all converge. There comes Kairos, dollar short and a day late, but take him out real quick, and instantly right there, it went from being completely spawn trapped to now we're in countdown. So I'm just trying to hold him back a little bit right here. Don't want to run back to the very spawn just right away. That's just a recipe for getting wiped. And goes over here. Lester hits a good shot, takes out Shadow. That's really important to take him out. And they came really close to taking me down. I only had about 1,200 health, but we were able to win. So let's talk about when you're getting spawn trapped. If we look at the plays of the game, I did a good job pushing Shadow back there. Took him almost out completely. Despotic finished him off, and that gave our team to swarm back in there, get into it. Despotic taking people off on the left. Lester getting a super down on the right, finishing off Kairos, picking up those gems, and that would be a victory for game 1. So we're feeling pretty good about that, and so it was their choice to pick. They went ahead and decided to go over to Crystal Cavern. Well, we really hadn't practiced, well, almost not at all. We'd played Hard Rock some, but not anything else, so we kind of figured they were going to go Poco, so we were going to go Poco too. We banned Ricochet, and they banned Spike, and this showed us a few little things here about the way that they were playing, because what we started noticing is that Kairos was playing Spike every single time. I don't know if that's just who he's most comfortable with, or Spike's just that OP, but this game number 2, I come into the center. We knew that with Ricochet, Tara, she was going to have to stay on the inside of the grass because she can't stay directly behind there with Ricochet to the left because he can bounce the wall, shots off the wall right like there. So she has to come down into the center, which gives me a chance to poke at her and lower her health there. But Kairos was actually doing a really good job over on Lester. He was outranging him, and Lester couldn't really establish any kind of control on the right-hand side. And then, plain and simple, I just got outplayed by Portal in the center. I mean, Portal did a really good job. I honestly, going into these games, I thought that Kairos was going to be playing mid more than he was lane. So that took me a little off guard, but Portal did a great job, and then, you know, the pot shots there from Shadow were doing a great job as well, as not really letting me be able to set up in center. Almost took Shadow out there, but it didn't quite. I healed up, but then here comes the super, it wipes me out. And I mean, we're just getting dominated right here. There's no other way to put it. They pretty well just wiped the floor with us this game. So still got some time left here, but it's not looking very good, to be completely honest. Trying to get in there. They've already got the countdown. We're trying to fall back and do something. It comes pretty close right here because Despotic, he gets a shot enough to get his super up, and then look at this super on Portal. He gets him, he nails quite a few of them, but not enough to really completely take him out. It probably wouldn't have mattered anyway because of the time, but, you know, if we look back at the play of the game, it was just the fact that in the center and on the lanes, they just put too much pressure. We could never really get into position and hold it. So props to them. They won the second game pretty handily. So at this point, it's one game all. Okay, so I was feeling okay. I was like, okay, well, we dropped a game. Not a big deal, so it's our turn to choose. Like, okay, well, we played Hard Rock a lot, so why don't we just go back to Hard Rock? And that's where we've been playing. We've been trying out a few different comps, and I think that we'll do okay on Hard Rock. So they banned Rico, we banned Rico, so it's just Hard Rock without Rico, which is Rico's one of his best maps is there on Hard Rock. So if you see, we're both, again, playing the exact same comp. Nita, Spike, Pam. So I'm like, okay, it's completely fair match. We should be able to do fine. I come in here. We get a little bit better start. They didn't put as much pressure on here, but we're doing okay in the center here. Portal was doing really well, but I think that we were doing okay. I was trying to put some pressure over on Shadow so that he wouldn't push Despotic back, and Portal took that opportunity to rush me in mid, but then Lester came back with a great shot right there, took him out. Put down my turret. I just couldn't let Nita go ahead and get a spot over there in the grass. Despotic in chat's telling me just keep Nita back. Don't let her build up her super. And then shortly after that, there she is. She's got her super. She's ready to go. That bear comes down. It's so much pressure. I have to run over here. I've got to be able to help out with that bear real quick to get it taken care of. But at this point, they were already swarming on us. I mean, they were just all right there. Kairos throws in a Hail Mary super that didn't do much, but it did block us off from one little lane there. We were able to get back to the center. I'm like, okay, well, this is okay. Despotic and Lester switch side. I tried to throw down a heal turret right there because then in chat, Despotic's like, hey, drop your heal turret on my side. I thought I did, and I didn't really even pay attention that it didn't actually drop. I don't know why it didn't, but it didn't. So I'm still holding on to my super, and I'm like, what the heck? Until Despotic's like, hey, man, I need that turret. I'm like, oh, my God, I thought I threw it down. I should have thrown it down. I don't know what happened, but at that point, Lester got beat over on the right-hand side. Shadow comes down, wipes me out, and at that point, it's no bueno. The game's going to be over. It was close, and then just a couple mistakes just compounded, and we lost control of it all right there, and that puts us in a really bad spot right here now because we are looking at a 1-2 deficit. That means that all they need is one more game, and they take home this entire thing. Looking at the plays of the game there, Nita did Shadow was playing Nita, and he did such a good job that we didn't do a good job handling him on the right-hand side, and Nita was just unbearable. Sorry, bad pun, but did really good. So there we go. We're 1, Brawl of Duty is 2, and we are in a bad spot. One more game, and we're out. So we're like, okay, we're going to have to mix it up because obviously we just got our butts handed to us there on the map that we thought we'd do well. So we're like, let's go over to Deep Hollows, and we're going to ban Barley. Because we thought, you know, if we ban Barley, they'll have to play Dynamite. And unless they ban Barley, we'll have the edge. And instead, they did ban Barley, and so I'm like, okay, well, we're probably both going to be playing a Dynamite, and everything's going to be, you know, pretty similar, Poco, Dynamite, and all that good stuff. But we come in, and they're not playing a Dynamite. We're like, what? No Dynamite on a very, very good thrower map. So right away, I think we've got the advantage there. And so if you keep an eye on Despotic this game, he's doing such a great job over here controlling pretty much half the entire map. I'm on the left-hand side going up against Shadow, who's a better player than me, but I'm just trying to get some peak shots and just trying to keep him back a little bit. I went a little bit too aggressive right there, and he was able to charge me, but held him back a little bit there, was able to get back into position. I'm just trying to get some health back here. Lester gets a good heal out there, so I was able to push him back off, throw out a bear. That moves them away from spawn. That gives us a chance to go into position, pick up a gem, take control over the center a little bit. And at this point, I don't know if it was intended on their part or not, but Kairos and Shadow switched sides. Maybe Kairos was having a hard time with Despotic, so they decided to switch sides. So it's me against Kairos on the left and Despotic versus Shadow on the right. Despotic's going to win pretty much any battle he can on the right-hand side because with Dynamite and you're not being able to get around the walls that gets a thrower, it's really hard. I think that this match really came down to we had a thrower, they didn't, because I just kind of held the left side, didn't let them crash in too hard, held back whoever's on my side, but Despotic was a wrecking ball on the right hand side, and Lester did a great job in the center, of course. So we made the switch because Portal was doing a great job of beating me in mid, and so we knew that Lester could handle it better than I could, and if I was going up against Kairos, it'd be a lot more even of a match. I actually ended up going to get Shadow for most of the game, but still worked out perfectly fine. So we've got 8, they've got 6. It's a pretty close match, but I feel like we've been in control of this match for most of the game. Lester picks up number 10. Great shot by Despotic there to take out Kairos. There's really not much they can do at this point. They're going to give it a shot, but there's just no time for them to be able to get back down there. Despotic throws another super there, which connects on Portal, and then finishes them off right there. Kairos comes in as well, goes down too. It's just there's really not much that they could do. So don't touch my Canary. Mike was the deciding factor in this game. Despotic did a great job playing him, and these shots from Dynamite, they didn't have a thrower, we did, and that really cost them the game in my opinion. So great job to Despotic on those sweet Dynamite plays. So now it's 2-2. Of course it's going to come down to 5 games, right? Of course it's going to come down to 5 games. I wouldn't have had it any other way. It was a lot of fun. So now it's just one game, winner take all. They had just lost, so they wanted to go back to Crystal Cavern, which I don't blame them because they thrashed us when we went to Crystal Cavern. This time around, however, we knew what they were going to do. We figured they were going to go with the same comp. However, instead of banning Rico, we banned Spike because that's pretty much all Kairos was playing with Spike. That's like all he would really play. So we wanted to force him to play something different. So he was going to have to play Nita. Well, we also knew that they're going to have a Terra, and that when I shoot, you'll see that most of my shots are going to favor towards the inside of the left grass over here, like just like that, because I know that Terra has to hide in there. And I figure if I did a better job of keeping Terra back, she's going to be less effective, and I got too aggressive right there, got taken out. Lester's over here, look at here, he comes in, Kairos tries to come in hard on him, and he just couldn't handle Lester either there, and he got taken out. So Lester's won his side. We've set back up, we've got a heal turret, we've got Shadow Jitsu almost going down, right there does Despotic with some nice bounce shots. So now we've got control of the center, it's in a good spot there. I got hit by one shot there, but it's not too bad. Kairos is in a spot where he can't do very much against Lester, so he tries to come on towards the inside. Lester throws down his super right there, doesn't really get anyone. In this game, Lester missed his, but Shadow caught his, took me out, and that gives them an 8-0 gym lead now. This game was all about supers, and we're in a lot of trouble right here. Like, oh man. Kairos comes in. I was enough to push him back, though. So Lester's coming back in. He's almost got his super ready, and 8 gyms to 3. We really cannot hardly let them get any more gems at all. I was going to go for that one, but I thought, man, if I lose mine, it'll give them the lead. But right here, the big play. Lester comes in with a huge super, grabs them all, and I'm just going to let you guys listen to the rest of it.
Hey.
Nice! Give me those sticks! Give me those sticks! The turnaround, guys. Wow. Good job, you guys. GG. I love you, Kairos. Seriously. But those are my sticks. Looking at this play again, yeah, it's so crazy just how quickly one super can turn around an entire game, and that's the way Terra is. Lester made a great play to save us from defeat because it was not looking good. Great job to Lester right there for being able to pull that out, and that meant that the Offenders would take that one home 3-2. Such a close match. It was a lot of fun. Obviously, I was really excited. It was joking as well because I knew I was recording myself and I wanted a big thing, but it was a lot of fun. I was really excited. Great games, great people that we played, Kairos, Shadow, and Portal. So I did a little post-game interview, so let's take a look at that. I'm not really surprised because listen, they've got 3 good players. You know, Kairos, Shadow, and Porter are all very good players. So I'm not surprised at all how close the match was. I mean, for the most part, I was calm, cool, and collected the entire time. Never got, worked up at all. Never thought for once we were going to lose. But, in the end, it was a really close match, and I'm just glad we picked up the victory. Yeah, I mean, I guess my message to Kairos would be, I really don't want to rub it in too much because, it was a close match and hard fought, but ha 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 ha, I won. It was a fun game. It was a lot of fun. It could have easily went either way, so we were lucky enough to pick up the victory this time. If we were to play it again, who knows what would happen, because I think that our teams were pretty darn even. So great job to Kairos and all of the Brawl of Duty guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys thought. If you thought the Avengers were going to win, or if Brawl of Duty was going to win, in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, until next time, don't touch my sticks.